Alright, my apologies for the extremely late video. It's been a very, very long night at work. And so if I rant a little bit and have problems staying on track, I apologize now. So let's get on with it. 3.0 is officially launched. So we'll go over some of the 3.0 stuff first, and then we'll go over some of the changes, some of the good, some of the bad, some of the things I've seen on forums, people complaining. Some of their complaints are justified, some of their complaints are not. And then we'll get into what's changed, what stayed the same, and how this is all going to affect all of us. Those of you that are in a Paladin and King League, Paladin especially, I don't think you're going to be affected by this as much as everyone else. King League, yeah, I think you might see a little bit of this. Myself in Emperor's League, I don't see myself staying there much longer. I think I'm going to get blasted out pretty quick. Very, very big spenders in Emperor's League. I think the biggest is going to be the Legends. And I could also see possibly us getting knocked out of Archmages if we're not careful, and staying in Warlocks. But that's all speculation at this point in time, so let's just get to the pack and get to what's changed. So the new Ultimate Heroes have unique, powerful characteristics. New devastating ultimate gems as part of their battle skills. Ultimate killer skills, which increase team damage to specific types of enemies. That is explained in a video. Basically, they group together different types of species. They're not going to add any more. What you have is what you have. So, for instance, I think one of them was this is Elven, and it's going to be specifically targeting against like a Dren or something. So you'll do a 50% damage increase against that type of creature, but you will not get a damage decrease if you go against a light type or a weak one. That's still going to remain towards affinity color only. So of course, if you're blue water, you're going to be strong versus fire, but weak versus earth or green. That's the only type of damage boost and weakness that you're going to get. But you're going to get an added boost if you go against that type of specific enemy that you are strong against. But you will not get a decrease if you go against one that's not. Higher rank battles and counter skills, and increase base stacks and max levels. Ultimate relics, which I'm not sure how it's going to work yet because the relics are not going to be available for a couple more days, which will increase battle intensity, hero basic skills, and charge. They also possess much higher attack bonus, and their max level will also increase as well. During the event, Honor of the Ice, the Ultimate Hero, and relics will become available, and we will continue to add additional Ultimate Forums to the Generation 3 cards with each upcoming event. Ultimate Heroes can be forged over time, completing for free just by playing. So the 3.0 pack will offer Ultra and a Relic pack. The event packs have been given 3.0 makeover to help all players make progression towards their Ultimate Form collection, and the event pack update looks forward to this week includes the Master, the Ultra, the Relic packs, and include Generation Water 3 Slayers, Heroes, and Relics. Open any event pack this week to make progress towards the Ultimate Power Couple and the Honor of Ice Ultimate Hero and Relics. Master pack includes a chance to win the Master Water Slayer Master Hero, and includes this week's Master Hero. The Ultra Pack includes a chance to win the Water Slayer Ultra Rare Hero, including the this week's Ultra Rare Hero. So the Ultra Hero can now be created by collecting runes during the event, and the Ultra Pack has been redesigned with this in mind. Relics includes water enchanting dust to help you forge the ultimate relic. Ultimate bosses are only available for the worthy. The ultimate bosses we will get to later. Intensity is now skill points, so there's no longer intensity, it's now considered skill points. More info for Legendary 3.3 is watching this video. Killer skills, which is a new category. Here it is. So Chaotic will go strong against Corrupt, Goblin, Spirit, Cursed. They grouped together as Chaotic, which is Corrupt, Goblin, Spirit, and Cursed. Monsters, which are Creature, Giants, and Dragon. Arcane, which is Ancient, Mystic, Special, and Technology. Dinty, which is Demigod, God, Dren, Elf, and Noble, which is Dwarven, Fable, Honored, and Human. We are now doing Dwarven, which the last Commander event was Honored. So we are going up against Chaotic, which is going to be either Corrupt, Goblin, Spirit, or Cursed. And keep that in mind because that new special ability for those Ultimate Form cards only works if you go up against a special boss that is of one of these affinities. So everyone that's freaking out that, oh my god, power creep, the power creep only works against these special bosses. So, with that being said, we'll get into the pack and explain some of the good things and some of the bad things. We have now officially passed me being in this game over a year, and with the way things have gone, the event card that should have given me my free rune is this little gentleman right here. I should have got a free rune for him, just like all the other events. But unfortunately now, it's gone. Like, it's completely changed. So, my curiosity has now been piqued, and I'm now intrigued, and I'm curious. So, this time we'll start with what we know, which will be the support card. The support card with this event will be an elf. She will do apply enchanted to 3 Water Slayer heroes, enchant 3 creatures, or 3 enchanted creatures 3 water gems each time a hero attacks that lasts 1 turn. Incant creates 3 water gems. So let's try this again when I'm not half asleep. Applies enchanted to 3 Water Slayer heroes. Enchanted creates 3 water gems each time that hero attacks and it lasts 1 turn. Passively, each time this hero attacks, creates 3 water gems. So that's actually kind of a nice thing to see from a support card. Passive gem spawning. Keep attacking, and because every time this person attacks, will create 10 skill points, not intensity, to your intensity, 10 Slayer skill points. Counter is Chaos. Absolutely cannot stand this particular debuff. Absolutely hate it. So definitely going to want something like this or another card that gets rid of this on your side. Then you're going to get to this week's event card. This one's kind of confusing to me, but it is what it is. Creates 4 Water Gem 1s, and if there are 4 or more Power Gem 4s on the board, will attack for 250,000% attack at a rate of 62,000. Why are we still putting nuke cards in a Slayer event? I don't know, but it's whatever. Gem Silence. So we all know that that prevents you from activating anything that will create power gems, or basically your battle skills are just locked until this is got rid of. So another thing you're going to want to think about getting rid of. New for this event, the ultra rare is a times 13. Didn't touch that before, never seen that one. So your rune collection, completing tier 1 unlocks tier 2. Tier 2 can complete infinity. Okay. Oh, so it's letting you know that you can win the ultra rare on tier 1, and tier 2 and above you can win the ultra rare from both events on either tier 2 or above. Okay, so that's kind of nice that they're telling us this, considering that pack's not even available yet. So that's kind of nice. Okay, times 13. First of all, weaken. Doable, but it is what it is. Okay, so applies a Heart Hex to 3 Water Slayers. Heart Hex creates 1 Water Power Gem 2 each time that hero attacks. So basically you're going to get 3 Power Gem 2s when you activate this when that hero attacks. Passive. Each time this hero attacks, it will create 1 Power Gem 2. It's kind of cool. Increase damage by 200% while there are noble enemies are present. So, as long as there's a noble enemy, you're going to automatically increase your damage by 200%. That's where that little cheat sheet board comes into play. This card will be required if you want to do Ultimate Form. And then this week's Master Collection card will create 3 Power Gem 4s. If there are 4 or more Power Gem 4s on the board, another Newt card. Whatever. Again, increases damage by 200% if there's a noble enemy present. If you have 2 of these, I don't know if that stacks or not. Oh, no, it won't. It says right there, only the most powerful noble killer effect on each hero will apply. So, if you have just the ultra rare, it will. If you have this gentleman, this one will be the most powerful. Of course, counter might, doesn't matter. We don't worry about that one. So, those are your event cards. And then we get down to what's required to forge the Ultimate Form. You have to have the Master Collection, the Ultra Rare, this Slayer Dust, Regular Dust, and 170,000 coins. So to give you guys an idea of how this works, I currently have both the Master Collection and the Ultra Rare from this event and this event only. I never got the Ultra Rare from any other event. To get the Slayer Dust, you have to you can only get Slayer Dust, as you can see down here where it says sell. You can only get Slayer Dust from Gen 3 cards. So when they said sacrifice, they weren't lying. All your Gen 1 and Gen 2 cards will give you your regular dust, and then you will be able to forge the Ultimate Form. What people are getting upset about is they're thinking, oh my god, all these people are getting this Ultimate Form cards right off the bat. Oh my god. This is for 1 pink star. This card will go up to 6 pink stars. I don't know what's required to get this card up to 6 pink stars because I have not forged this. I don't know if I'm going to forge this. I have not made that decision yet. I can tell you right now, this is what the card looks like. It now goes up to level 100. It kind of takes the combination of both cards and slaps it into one. So, for this gentleman, they've also changed his skills a little bit. So create 6 Power Gem 4s at a rate of 2+1 and additional 75 Water Slayer skill points. And he dispels Vessel 6. I've never ever seen that used in a Slayer event before. I've never seen it used in any event ever. That's more of a guild versus guild. And then if you go to the the ultra rare creates 6 water gems, increases Slayer attack by up to 60% for 2 turns at a certain rate, and then dispels Traitor. So when you combine these two cards and create the Guardian of Islan, you take the best of both cards and slap it into one. So this card will create up to 6 Water Gem 4s at a rate of 2+1 per 75 Water Slayer intensity. It also heals for 2000% hero recovery, and it increases your Slayer attack by up to 60% for 3 turns. Holy shit. The ultimate gem. So this is where I told you guys to pay attention. Ultimate Chaotic Killer 1 increases Water Slayer damage by 400% while a chaotic enemy is present. Okay, so if a chaotic enemy is present, which means you're fighting one of those special bosses, the battle skill for Deep Freeze Face-Off is null and voided, and then your Water Ultimate Gem 1 will activate instead. It costs 150 Water Slayer skill points to create one of these gems. I'm assuming it's probably going to have the same cooldown of 9 gems to charge and 5 turns to cool down. So only the most powerful Chaotic Killer effect on each hero will apply. Here's where I'm really liking this. Passive skill points on attack. This card will actually charge itself. You don't have to have a support card. So this is basically the support card, the ultra rare, and the master collection all wrapped up into one. Oh, and it dispels Traitor now, which is actually a skill that is used in events. So that is really, really gnarly at how much they added to this card. It creates power gems, it heals you, and it increases your attack for 3 turns. So eventually I will probably go ahead and form this. I don't know when. But that is cooler than shit, I have to admit. So, but I have to sacrifice 2 Gen 3 cards and 1 more whatever card just to be able to forge this. I don't know what I want to do yet. I haven't made that decision. We'll have to see what happens. This new one is going to be pretty gnarly. Applies Better Together to 3 Water Slayer heroes. Better Together creates 1 Power Gem 4 each time that the hero attacks, and it lasts for 1 turn. That one's kind of weird. But you keep the passive ability of every time you attack, you automatically create a Power Gem 4. And then if there are 8 or more water gems on the board, it automatically increases your attack for 1 turn by up to 30%. So as long as there's plenty of gems on the board, this card is passively increasing your attack boost, plus creating Power Gem 4s. The nuke damage is officially gone. And if you need more Power Gems, you just activate the battle skill, which will allow people to create more regular gems by putting the better together on them, and then also will create Power Gem 4s. So it's kind of a nice little skill. Noble Killer will increase Slayer damage by 400% while there's a Noble. And of course, when this hero attacks, increases Slayer skill points by 10. So again, automatically will increase their own skill level. And this one is still dispelling Might, which is kind of unusual. I figured they would have given it what the ultra rare does, which was Weaken. But that's all right. It is what it is. So we'll get to what I think is kind of good. I like the idea of what they're going with the cards. If you notice, your old dust is still available to make runes. But your ultra rare dust is a different type of dust, so it's segregated. So none of us have any of that type of dust. You will get a rune once you get a 6-star event card and a 6-star support card. You will get another support card, or some kind of a card, I guess, when you get a 5-star event card and a 6-star support card. You're going to get another rune when you get a 4-star event card and a 5-star support card. So there's 2 runes that you can get right there. I'm gonna go optimistic here and hope that they're gonna offer more runes during the event, both for the Master Collection card and for the support card. I'm sorry, for the ultra rare, so that way people have a better chance of getting these cards, because they're already making them outrageously expensive to get. One of the things they did take away is you're not going to get enough catalyst and automatically get a free support card. You actually have to have 100,000 trophies to be able to get the free support card. So that one's kind of a bummer, but it basically forces you to play a little bit before someone just was able to give you enough stuff to automatically give you a free card. So that's some of the good stuff I'm liking. Here's some of the crap stuff I'm not liking, and I'm seeing this all over the forums on Facebook. So you're going to get a Water Slayer hero 3-star on tier 1, and it will be shit. You're going to get a Water Slayer hero on tier 2, and it's going to be shit. Tier 3 is going to be a Water Slayer 4-star, and you have a chance for the Master Hero. Most people have gotten crap, but some have gotten something halfway decent. Tier 4, of course, is your guaranteed the event card. Then tier 5 and 6 is 6 is the of course the event card again. Tier 7 step 1, 7 step 2, 7 step 3, and are where they're saying that you're going to start getting the really good Slayer cards from past events. So you actually are going to have to go up a little bit to get halfway decent cards. Just a heads up. The runes are the same. You're going to get 1 rune on tier 3, 2 runes on tier 5, 2 runes on tier 6, 2 runes on tier 7, step 1, then 3, then 4, and 2, and so on and so forth. That's pretty much stayed the same. I do think it is kind of crappy that they did it that way, but at the same time, it is what it is. So we'll get to cards. So first thing we're going to do is take off the generation. I'm just going to go straight Slayer. All right. As you can see, not a whole bunch of blue Slayer cards. I'm going to go ahead and say that your chances of anything that's a Gen 1 card with the exception of your legend cards here, are going to be junk unless they have reforging capabilities. With that being said, I'm going to keep them, look at them. If there's a reforging option and it makes the cards phenomenally badass, I'm going to reforge them and keep them. If the option to reforge them comes and you can reforge them and they turn out to be complete and total crap, I'm going to reforge them for the damn dust. That's just my personal opinion. Everyone's able to do what they want. But that is what my intentions are doing. Your Generation 2 cards still have value, believe it or not. The Generation 2 cards are still going to have their passive abilities and their special abilities that are going to be able to help you in certain aspects, such as this one. He destroys all non-water gems and spawns 2 power gems 3 plus 2 for every technological intensity that you have rounded down. Plus, instead of dying, he'll restore you and bring you back to life. In Guild versus Guild, this little sucker has saved me. And oh look, he dispels Traitor. So we'll see what happens if I end up using this little gem or not. I don't know. This one creates a gem fall. As long as there's enough gems on the board, then it just starts raining gems. I don't think he really has passive. If a gem falls, he increases the hero. And then this guy, actually pretty cool. Just every time he attacks, destroys 6 non-water gems and automatically heals you for 90% recovery. I mean, it doesn't sound like much, but just passively, every time you attack, he destroys 6 non-water gems. So it kind of circulates the board and has a chance to bring water gems on the board. And then automatically heals you for 90% recovery. So just having him on there will help keep you alive in long, drawn-out battles. So your Gen 2 cards are far from being worthless. Gen 1s, though, I mean, yeah. Turns 5 earth gems into water gems. 10 water gems exist, 1,000 attack. Who cares? He dispels gem silence, so that's about the only bonus he has. And then Icarus here. Thorns moderately increases the drop rate of water gems until your next turn. Yeah, no. So a lot of these cards are going to end up being dusted eventually. So, and until that time comes, we'll see what happens. But your Gen 2 cards, like I said, I would kind of hold on to those for those of you who have them. Don't get rid of them just yet. They still have value. But your Gen 1 cards, I'm not seeing any type of revitalization. I'm not seeing any use for them really. But we'll see what happens as time goes on. So, with that being said, that is what I've seen and learned. It is going to take a very, very, very long time to fully max out 6 Pink Star Ultimate Form card. I don't know what the catalysts require, but I'm pretty sure they did not make this simple and easy. So, for everyone that's freaking out, that's thinking that this is going to be the end to all end, I don't see that happening right off the bat. The higher you are in your solo areas, yeah, I can see that being a problem. But for those of you that are down in the Paladin area, and even probably King, I don't see this being too much of an issue. But we'll have to wait and see what happens. So, tomorrow the event starts. I will probably, I don't know if I'm even going to start doing anything with packs starting today. I may wait till tomorrow and see what happens. For those of you that have questions, by all means, feel free to ask. I also recommend you go to the forums and read the forums. Just don't read what everyone's complaining about. Read what they're responding with too. They are answering questions as fast as they possibly can. A lot of people are not listening to what they're responding with. They're automatically going to worst case scenario. The event has not even started. Nobody has even played. Nobody has any true idea exactly what's going to come out of this yet. They're all speculating. And so everyone's speculating right off the bat that it's going to be the worst thing ever. And no one's tried it yet. So we got to give it a chance before we automatically make assumptions. So we'll see what happens. So that's what I've learned and gathered from everything. And that's what I figured out so far. I still haven't fully digested all the information yet, so I'm sure I've probably missed some stuff or not explained something 100% correctly. So as I get more information, I will let you guys know. And again, apologize for the late video, but I will get it uploaded and get it out to you guys as fast as I can. So good luck to all of you.